Hi, first graders. Today we are finishing Unit 7 with a few review days. So to get started, we're going to do our workbook pages. So we will begin on page 327, and we're going to start by reviewing time. So remember, in this unit we learned about the hour hand and the minute hand. So the hour hand is the shorter one, the minute hand is the longer one. In these diagrams here, you can see that the hour hand is red and the minute hand is blue. When the minute hand points up to the 12, we say o'clock, and we show that on the digital clock with 2 zeros. When the minute hand points down to the 6, it's the 30-minute mark, and we would say 30 and show that on the digital clock with 3 0. We remember the vocabulary of this as the face of the clock and the hands, and this is an analog clock, and this one is a digital clock. So to review, I want you to write the time on the digital clock, knowing what you know, check where the hour hand is pointing and check where the minute hand is pointing. Put those in. Same thing for number 2. I can see that the hour hand is between the 4 and the 5. It's not quite to the 5 yet, so it's still 4, and then check where the minute hand points. Put that into the digital clock. For number 3 and 4, you are supposed to draw the hands to show the time. When you do this, I want you to make sure that the hour hand is shorter and the minute hand is longer, and take your time and do it nicely so it's easy to read. Number 5, which shapes are not triangles? Now we remember that triangles are the 3-sided shape that we learned about. Okay, so you're going to put an X on everything that is not a triangle. And we also learned about open and closed shapes. Remember, in order for it to be a triangle, it has to be closed. Okay, there's a hint. Okay. For number 6, it says, is the shape a square? Choose yes or no. And remember, in our learning, we talked about it doesn't matter if the shape is tilted on its side or upside down, or if it's a certain color. What matters is, in this case, we're looking at a square. Does it have 4 sides that are all equal? Okay. You're going to choose yes or no. So if it is a square, you color in yes. If it is not a square, you color in no for this one and this one. All right, for number 7 and 8, the directions say draw a line to show halves. Color 1/2 of the shape. Okay, halves means 2 chunks, 2 parts. Okay, you're going to draw a line to cut it in half and then color 1/2 of the shape. For 9 and 10, the directions say draw lines to show fourths, and you're going to color 1/4 of the shape. And remember, with a circle, there's many different ways to do that. Same thing up here. There's more than one correct answer, so as long as you're showing 4 equal parts down here and coloring in one of those 4, and up here 2 equal parts, coloring in one of those 2. All right. And number 11 says draw a line from the shape to its name. In this unit, we learned about 3D and 2D shapes, and number 11 is starting to talk to us about 3D shapes. We learned about cone, cube, rectangular prism, sphere, cylinder, and here we have some everyday objects, the book, the candle, and the basketball, and we have to draw a line from the shape to its name. So match up whatever one, draw a line to match the item that matches the picture. And remember, you can take this, all these workbook pages, there's 4 of them, you can split it up across the 2 days because it is a lot of work, or if you want to get it all done in one day, that's fine. Number 12, we're using those 3D shapes to make new shapes, like a composite shape. We have to look at this picture and decide which of these were used to create this There is more than one answer, okay? Same thing for number 13. You're going to choose the shape that over here that was used to make this larger shape. Number 14, you can use your small paper clips, if you have them, to measure, I don't know what this is, a bracelet. Measure this bracelet with paper clips and put in your answer. Last one, number 15, this is usually like our challenge question or our writing prompt, a little bit of explanation about math. It says, Eli has this crayon and this pencil. Sam gives him an eraser that is shorter than the crayon. Is the eraser shorter than the pencil? Okay, you have to answer that. So you're going to say yes or no. Your first answer will be yes or no, because the question says, is the eraser shorter than the pencil? So you'd say yes or no, and then you have to explain why. So one more time, it says Sam gives him an eraser that is shorter than the crayon. So picture an eraser right here, shorter than the crayon. Is the eraser shorter than the pencil? Go ahead and write that down. All right, so this is what we have today for math. Again, in class we've allotted 2 days for this review, along with some additional in-class activities and review, and then we'll take the test, and then you'll do your performance task, and then we'll move on to Unit 8, which is our very last unit of math expressions. So we're almost done. Great job. Thanks for all your hard work. Talk to you tomorrow.